This straight up skipped numbers. Was that crazy? Hello.
Hey.
Oh, off to a great start right here.
I'm not. No, it's fine. It's fine. We're using a different program. It's whatever. I'm not gonna talk shit yet. Hello.
Hello.
And welcome. Hello and welcome. This is episode 27 of the NgoVo Convo podcast. With this week, because we already it's the podcast. Oh my gosh, I hate this. Episode 27 of the NgoVo Convo podcast, but we have a special guest today, my brother Hayden, who's taking over because now it's going to be No Bros versus NgoVo. It's No Bros plus Veronica now. Congrats. Where three stupids make it. I love it. Is that like a thing now? Oh, that
Not
could be
two, but three. There's
Actually, no.
Three of us.
No. It's two stupids and one actual normal person. That normal person's me. I'm just kidding.
Wow. Take a dig at your brother.
It's okay. I'm just kidding.
I see how it is, man. I see how it is.
Just kidding. It's two normal people and one. I'm not gonna mess with this. You got the spiel. I'm one of your hosts, Harrison No, and I'm joined by Veronica Vo.
I'm here.
And Hayden No.
So
he's here. Somewhere.
This is the first time doing three people. Isn't it great?
Yeah.
We could have had four, because if you're new here, if you're new here, we just want an excuse to talk about anything that ranges from anime to comics. Some would say conversing.
Because it's NgoVo or No Bro Convo.
But it could have been four people, but you know why, Veronica? Why isn't it four people?
Because one of our friends who made us start this podcast isn't caught up with What If, but what if he caught up? He could have been the fourth person.
Who would have thought? What
Miracles.
If? We'll see. One day.
Or not.
But you can watch every episode on youtube.com or listen to it as a podcast by searching up NgoVo Convo on your podcast service of choice. In this episode, we are going to talk about the full wrap-up of What If on Disney+. So, if you haven't watched the series, I sometimes read this script and I'm like, oh, anyway. If you haven't watched the whole series, the whole season 1, please go watch it on Disney+. Mooch off someone like I do. I mooch off Veronica.
So does Hayden.
Indeed I do.
She gives us access. But mooch off someone, go get that free trial. That's like what, 7 days? I want to guess.
7 days, 10 days or something.
Easy, dude. This is easy. We've mentioned this before. Just go get that. Go watch this because honestly, it's a really fun episode or fun season, really. And then come back and listen to us talk.
Yeah.
Because
just like this video. Take a pause. Go watch a series.
Pause, like the video. Save it.
Easy.
But anyway. Because mainly we were going to talk about spoiler stuff, so I mean, we could actually, okay, before that, let's give our non-spoilery thoughts on the entire season, because Hayden, me and Veronica kind of give somewhat of a non-spoiler thought. Without revealing too much, what did you think of this overall in comparison to other MCU shows, yada yada yada?
It's just like a filler content if you think about it. You don't really have to watch this. It's just a good way to pass the time.
Yeah, that's true.
I agree.
What about you, Veronica? What were your thoughts?
I think it was just really fun to watch. I think we were so Marvel deprived last year. This was something.
It's a nice plus.
Yeah, nice little plus.
Easy.
Oh, yeah, Disney Plus right there.
Ha. But yeah, I agree with both of you. I think it's one of those. It's a fun watch, but I think Hayden said it best. It's not required watching to like.
Yeah. It's not part of like the storyline. I guess.
It's not like the whole like big story, MCU story. If anything, I think it gives a very good introduction to. If you haven't watched Loki,
They
That's an
should watch
issue.
Loki.
You should watch Loki because this is a response to that. And I don't want to say too much. Essentially, this explains multiverse theory because multiverse theory is a. Can we cuss on here? I forgot. Yeah,
Yes.
That's a Team 4-star reference for some of you that are uncultured, Veronica.
Wow. Sorry.
Should be.
I'm not. I quit.
She's not.
Shame on you.
Shame
How
on you.
dare you?
How
Oh,
could
God.
you?
The
It's
no bros are
happening.
judging me.
It's happening. But okay, cool. We got our non-spoiler thoughts in because I really do want to talk about this season as a whole. And spoilers in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There is nothing that's gonna pop up here.
Just my hands.
And he's just like, what did I get myself into?
If you're watching this, Hayden's judging us. And
I
it's
mean,
fine.
when have I not judged you guys?
That's true. It's every day.
Her day. All right, so okay, spoilers.
Viva Las
What-
Vegas!
Viva Las
Viva Las Vegas!
Viva Las Vegas. Easy.
I do love Thor. I love this Thor.
This Thor is great. Honestly, it's beautiful. That's probably one of my that's my favorite funny, like, that's a good funny episode. I love it. I love the humor. It's great. Can you imagine if that was like live action? How many cameos that would be so this series would have been expensive if it was live action.
Oh yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Even though they got most of the voices, like the actors to voice it, it probably doesn't cost as much as like actual appearance.
Oh yeah. Well, they
would
didn't
think.
have Robert or Chris Evans.
They didn't really have most of the
Like
OG
the
besides
OGs.
Hawkeye.
Clint. Yeah, besides Clint.
Hawkeye was there.
Clint,
Um,
Hulk, and Thor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were-
those three.
So half the Avengers were not there. Right? Yeah. Half the
Yeah,
OGs.
pretty much.
Yeah. Yeah, so good. Okay, let's start off. What did you guys like? What did you guys like about the season as a whole or episode? I don't know. It's up to you guys. Veronica, you first.
It was really nice to hear Chadwick for the last time.
I never expected that. Considering everything, I didn't think he pop up again. That's crazy.
Yeah, because I think in the credits after episode 2, like his episode of being Star-Lord, they said that he only had 2 other episodes, but he had like 3 or 4.
Yeah. Yeah, he actually was in a lot more than expected.
Yeah. So
They kept it down low when they really technically didn't really have to.
Yeah, they really have to. But I think it was just really nice to hear T'Challa
Mm-hmm.
and watch him
nice.
be Star-Lord and not Black Panther.
It's a nice change. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a nice change.
Anything else? Or do I popcorn to...
Viva Las Vegas. That's it. That's my favorite line. I think that's by far my favorite line in this whole series.
I agree.
And then
I love that
Thor's
episode.
not spelling his name right.
Thor is just a treat. Like the last half of the season, he's just like the last 2 episodes. The last episode, really, he's a treat.
Oh yeah.
I've always been told that I get unwanted attention, or something like that. I was like, dang, that's
I wonder
hilarious.
why.
Hayden, what about you? What you like about the season? Any favorite episodes, favorite parts, or anything? Because I know you were on one episode of our reactions because Veronica was lazy that day.
Wow.
Yeah, I had to pick up the slack for you right there.
I know.
It's like,
Wow.
Creating
Oh.
bits.
okay, well, clearly I'm going to say Party Thor episode is the best one, just because it's just like a fun episode, and you can clearly tell that like Chris Hemsworth, he had a lot of fun in that voicing Thor in that episode, and just, so many cameos which we will never get in a live action show
Oh, yeah.
movie, because
Not.
man, all that makeup and CGI that would be so
That'd be-
hard to do.
That's the beauty of like animation. They just
Yeah.
need the voices.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Speaking of, I think a big plus jumping off the animation part. I think this got to convey things that in the show that I feel like the movies can't always convey. Like there's some like the move, like for instance, let's say first episode with Captain Carter, right? Her moving around is actually normal for Captain America. Like her movement, her strength, and everything, that's normal in the comic books, right? I would feel, or at least maybe Ultimate, maybe. But otherwise, I feel like they could do like some kind of like the sequences of what her moving around like buildings and all that. I don't think they can fully capture in a live action movie. Do you guys agree?
Just look weird.
Yeah, it would look kind of weird. Like
it wouldn't feel right either. Say would like
people would then complain, oh, it's heavily CGI'd or something, right?
Yeah.
So there's that balance. So I think that's the big plus for animation, at least. Like it's able to do a lot of random things that we wouldn't be able to. Like let's say like even like that first episode, they're like seeing that octopus thing at the end, just that arm, that would cost so much money to just do CGI.
Or the evil Doctor Strange and all of everything that he ate. Yeah. That would have been hard to do live action.
Yeah.
But hey, you never know. We might get evil Doctor Strange next year. I don't know.
I mean, Doctor Strange 2, Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah,
we don't know.
We don't know.
But sorry, Hayden, go on. Yeah, anything else? I didn't mean to cut you off.
Stuff like I've already said, is like it's nice to see like all the different like different things that happens, like how the timeline changes. Like say when Captain Carter gets a super soldier serum versus Steve Rogers.
Yeah,
and it's like how in that episode they got the Tesseract before Hydra was able to make weapons, and therefore they made that Iron Man suit.
Correct. Yes. Oh yes, that's right. Wow, it feels so long ago, but yeah, I totally forgot that they got it first. Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, the movie was like what, 10 years ago?
About, I think.
I think it was 2011. When Captain America 1 came out.
Yeah. Oh wow.
And, Surely? Are we sure? I feel like
Avengers 1 came out in 2012.
2012.
And Captain America was the movie before it.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, it did. I keep thinking, yeah, 2011. You're right. Man, it's been a while.
It has been a while.
It's been a hot minute right there.
I also thought it was really funny that split second. I saw this on TikTok, Frank. I don't know if you saw this one. How like this one girl was pointing out how Captain Carter was like, oh, she was talking to Doctor Strange, and he's like, oh, in my universe, Steve got the serum, and for a split second, he was thinking, she was like, oh, you don't
she's
say.
like, oh. I think I saw that one.
That reaction that would be in the actual movie where she's like, oh god, like touch the whole chest thing. Oh my,
the man has boobs.
Pecs, respect the pecs.
Moobs.
That
okay, fine.
If that's moobs, I got something else.
Okay, Veronica, fine. Man boobs, all right.
Man,
just
boobs.
go with that. God dang it.
I'm gonna put a pin on that. We'll return to that one in a bit. I think so. I liked a lot of things. I like how like the show was. It was just fun to watch. It does feel like Hayden said, it was kind of earlier in that like you would appreciate it more if you like followed MCU stuff hardcore. It's not something that I think someone could just jump in and be like, oh, let me watch this. Like even though it's episodic, it doesn't have like a huge crazy storyline to follow. But I think understanding the MCU, you can appreciate the show a lot more.
Oh yeah, and every movie that's been out, because it references back to a lot of movies.
Mm-hmm.
And every episode, it references back to at least 2 or 3 movies.
Yeah.
Right.
So I think that has a really big strength. Is there anything that you guys didn't like from about the season, I guess? Is there anything that popped out that you're like, I wish they did it, or
I wish they released that Spider-Man episode.
I mean, true. But you said it was because this is from your sources. I don't know where you saw this, blah blah blah. But you said it was because it was way too dark or like gruesome.
Yeah, it was too dark for Disney Plus, so they removed it.
It's so weird.
I know.
like I'm trying to figure out dark as in like not violent or like I don't know. You know what I mean? Like what's too
I know.
dark
I was
at
like,
this
what's
point?
too dark for Disney Plus?
Because you just straight up showed the new Captain America, or you showed U.S. agent like hitting someone's head with the not
With
straight up
the-
hitting, but you saw the blood. They allude to things. I'm like, you're alluding to things already. What is too much?
I don't know.
I know.
But yeah, I think that was the
Hayden-
only thing.
oh,
Just
only thing?
that one episode. Yeah.
Okay. What about you, Hayden? Any gripes with the season at all?
I guess like the only gripes I have is that like this is no fault on their own, but is that like they had to play it safe with what stories they can use. Because I remember reading an article where the writer said they had this one story for an episode, but they had to like cancel that because apparently that storyline was going to be used for Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Oh.
So it's like
Oh.
that's why like when you see each episode they reference an old movie. Usually.
Oh, okay. So they can't. Oh, so they couldn't go balls to the walls with like random stuff like.
Right.
Oh, if they did like something medieval, it could touch on like
like the
another storyline
yeah.
that they could be doing.
interesting.
That makes sense though. But I mean, it's not bad because they have such a huge catalog of movies
Right.
to pull from that they could just literally. I mean, the premise of what if for a multiverse is like, oh, what if this like slight switch happens here?
Yeah.
And Hayden's best quote. Oh no, what was it, Hayden? I moved.
Move the chair by 1 centimeter. Completely new timeline.
Yeah. Which I
Hey,
think is
it
hilarious.
worked.
No, it worked.
That was the first episode.
yeah.
Oh, Agent
Yeah.
Carter decides to stay like on the first floor and not go upstairs. New
Yeah.
timeline.
And oh yeah, they straight were like in this one. She said, "Nah, I'll stay."
She said, "I must stay here."
Oh man. Cool. Any other gripes though? Just to make sure. I don't want to.
No, again, it's like that's just more of a nitpick, honestly. And
Yeah.
again, that's like beyond their control right there. So
Mhm.
Yeah. I mean, I get the whole bigger picture, right? They have this.
Right.
I'm sure they have all these phases planned out at this point. Yeah.
we'll find
I
out
guess-
in season 2.
Oh.
Oh yeah. Is there season 2 for this? Did I miss this?
Actually, I
I haven't seen anywhere that said that there's gonna be a season 2.
Because I know, because if they had a season, to me it'd be kind of weird if they had one, if anything.
Yeah.
Unless they want to do one like later, like when the next big, like how like they had the Thanos saga. Like, what if they do the next saga
Yeah.
type deal? But yeah, I think it'd be kind of. I would love to see more, but I also don't mind it just this being one of those things.
It can
that
just be like a
has one
one-off season,
right?
like
Yeah,
Yeah,
because it's more of like an introduction to like the multiverse.
yeah.
Because
Explaining to
beforehand, like it has not been like it's been linear. Like we have not
Yeah.
touched time travel, people
Yeah.
moving around stuff. So
Because like Marvel's been very good about back then it was like this is our MCU.
Yeah.
This is the cinematic universe. And now
you know
it's
who
like
we can thank? Loki. Both of
Then
them.
Loki's like Lamau, just kidding. But yeah. I think my gripe, somewhat of a gripe, is just more like it feels like we've mentioned Marvel's been very good about keeping to like their rules and stuff. Obviously it's harder when you get to a show like this because it's like what rules, we're just breaking everything anyway.
Yeah.
But I think it's not a huge thing. Like it's just little things where I'm like, oh, okay, maybe that doesn't apply here. Or you think that like certain things like about the Infinity Stones, they kind of mention it in the last episode. How like, oh, this doesn't work in my universe, or this only worked in my universe because it's my Infinity Stones. It doesn't. I was like, okay, that's cool. So that kind of makes sense, sure. But there's little things where it's all comedic things. But like for instance, I think I sent both of you the meme, but it was like, Vision has 1 stone. Thanos has 5. Gets sliced in half,
sliced
even
in
though Vision
half.
has 1. That's just lazy writing. I like. There's a little, like it's funny, right? Obviously this is inconsequential because it's a what if. This is just showing out. Oh, this is how Ultron could have been really cool. That's another plus that I will give. I'm like, okay, Ultron kind of got redeemed in that he's actually a scary villain, and people only follow MCU don't know.
Oh yeah.
That's like 10%. If
Not
anything.
even in the live action.
Yeah. It's a
Yeah,
joke.
I'm so sad about that.
Yeah, it's a joke. I remember we were so hyped too. We're like, Ultron is actually gonna be a thing.
And then we watched it, and then we said,
we watched it like,
oh.
Okay.
God,
It's
I
just
remember
Tony.
like
Yeah.
I remember the very first trailer for Avengers 2. It's like if you watch it, the trailer, and then you watch the actual movie, they're practically two different types of movies right there. Like the tone.
Oh, the
is,
tone.
like, complete
I
opposite.
need to see that again. Yeah,
think
it's been a
so,
while. I
same.
don't remember. Yeah.
It's
But
like,
I think
it
you're right.
was-
I remember
yeah.
we talked about this a long time ago. Like, I think we were like, hey, if you watch this, it's totally different. But
Yeah, pretty much.
but I guess the other thing is it's not really right for me. I can see how it could be a negative for a lot of people. How like it's a slow burn, very slow burn, because you essentially have to watch 7 episodes to get the parts,
Yep.
just to get the culmination of what's which I think is it's very good. And we mentioned this in our episode that we recorded recently for episode 9. How I think it's very impressive that I still felt attached to all these characters at the end somehow, even though we've only had like 20 minutes with them each, roughly. But it's still fun to see, and I'm like, oh, I still want them to live, even though I know they're going to. I say that. I don't know.
Iron Man dies every time. Spoiler.
I did see that.
Except the timeline with Gamora, which
He did not die.
really
Yeah.
but which we probably
we
should have
don't-
got like
well,
an
we don't
episode
know.
for that.
Yeah, it was
It's like she
weird,
just-
right? She
just
just
popped
appeared.
out.
Nowhere.
Yeah.
Like I was waiting for that episode, but I didn't realize she's just in the last one. I was like, oh, okay.
Honestly,
think
it's
they were
part of
trying
that
to.
Spider-Man episode.
It could have
Probably.
been.
Yeah.
That probably is. It was probably one of those, because it was so random. Because I'm like, okay, why is like you see that Tony Stark and yeah, but I also say like I don't think it would have made a difference if we had 10 episodes either. If anything, I think the impact would have been about the same, because we technically would have just gotten backstory for another universe, but
Yeah.
it didn't hurt. I don't think it would have changed anything. Because for instance, if we had more Doctor Strange level episodes, because I felt like that one was probably the most impactful. It was crazy.
I want to. Yeah. Doctor
Yeah.
Strange crazy.
Have you guys seen the meme where it shows what was it, Guardians of the Multiverse, and it shows the entire team, and then it shows the next panel, which is Doctor Strange.
Oh, Doctor Strange.
Oh, sorry. The power is like the power of the Guardians of the Multiverse 100%, and then when you take all of them out and just show Doctor Strange 99%.
It's like 99%. That's yeah. I mean, it's
Yeah,
true.
The comments on that was so funny, because they're like, oh, he couldn't do it by himself. He had to have the whole team. I was like, probably, but probably not that
Probably
much.
not. Yeah.
Boy, he ate all those like
had
supernatural
it- he
creatures
is-
and
Yeah.
practically Cthulhu. He ate it.
Practically, yeah. That's crazy. Oh man, I think it was overall. I think this was very fun. Favorite episode's Thor. I think funny. I would watch that again just for the hell of it. But Doctor Strange is pretty much up there too on how much I like the story. Right.
Right.
Every other one was like, okay, cool, that's fine.
It was like every other one was lighthearted, and then you had
Yeah.
Doctor Strange, where it's like, oh, he keeps killing himself. Oh.
Well, technically, he didn't keep killing himself. His girlfriend's like, it's the one that keeps dying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Practically Kenny.
He's
in
just
that
resetting.
episode.
Yeah. Man. Yeah, I think just pacing and all that, but otherwise it was good. Good watch. I can see. How would you guys rate this in comparison? Would you guys put this in the camp of the other MCU shows, or do you think this should be just on its own? So, this is just something fun you can watch on the side. But these things, yeah.
I put
Oh,
on the
how to-
side. It's not.
Yeah, right?
Side.
Yeah. Like what Hayden said earlier, it's like a filler season.
Yeah.
It's just something
'Cause
fun to watch. It's not something that's like necessary unless you don't understand the multiverse and like all the different situations that we could be in now. But
Yeah. Because I know some people that do follow, they're like, oh, where do you put this against like the other shows? I'm like, I really can't and don't really want to,
yeah.
you know? It's
Yeah.
like one of those moments. Because like the other ones, I could be like, oh yeah, I like Loki more than this one, or I like this one more than that one. But this one, I'm like, it's a fun watch.
Yeah.
But
It's
like not needed.
It's not something to take seriously.
Yeah. It's one of those, like, if someone's like, how does the multiverse work? I'm like, go watch this.
It's 9
Essentially,
episodes.
It's supplemental learning. Anyway, any closing thoughts though? That's all I got. I just want to gauge our things on this. I guess. Well, another question: would you guys want more animated stuff like this? If anything,
For Marvel?
mm-hmm.
Yes.
Depending?
It really depends on like what they wanted to do. I know that Disney Plus wanted to do a T'Challa side show, but then Chadwick died, so that didn't happen. So I'm wondering if that was going to be animated, because if it was, that would have been interesting to see him as Star-Lord for like 9 episodes or 10, or their standard's 6, but they always go up to 9 if they need to extend it. So I would really think like it depends on the character or what story they're going to go for.
Yeah. What about you, Hayden? Would you want more animated stuff? Or would you just be like one of those? Cool.
I'd say why not? In that case, it's like, if they want to make more animated shows, sure, go for it. And I'd say this because I want like a mini series of Planet Hulk.
Okay.
Because we ain't going to get a movie of that.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, it's true.
Would you want them to you know how they had a movie? Would you want them to just redo that and just make it a series then?
It's like, a mini series. Like a one season type of deal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because like, like with the MCU Hulk, it's...
Wait, aren't they? Are they not? Or is
No,
that
they're
like
doing
a
a
fake?
She-Hulk.
They're doing She-Hulk.
Not Planet
She-Hulk.
Hulk.
That's
Yeah,
what
not
it was.
Planet Hulk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, I could have sworn I remember seeing Hulk something on there. Lineup.
She-Hulk.
Okay, never mind. It's She-Hulk.
He's in
That'd be
there,
interesting.
but probably just like a guest star or
I
something
think
like
guest
that.
star.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. This was an unexpected season. I was like, oh, not bad, because I had no because I remember seeing the title card still, and I'm like, what if? I'm like, are they actually doing a multiverse? Why?
I know, and it announced right after Loki, and then I think all 3 of us, and then our 4th friend, we were all like, what's going on? What if what?
What?
What if what happened? What?
Man. All right. Any closing thoughts from you guys?
Viva Las Vegas.
Viva Las Vegas. Oh, yeah.
Just Viva Las Vegas.
Viva Las Vegas. That's a battle cry I've never heard before. That's a new one.
Chris Hemsworth, I think he might have like ad-libbed that. He's so funny outside of being Thor that I think
people don't realize that he's actually a funny dude.
Yeah.
Like legit though.
I'm pretty sure
it's
they just
great.
let him say whatever.
Yeah.
Speaking of like Chris Hemsworth, I'm just glad that he's actually having fun with Thor since Thor 3.
Since Thor 3, yeah.
I think they finally found like their groove of like how they want their Thor to be now, if anything.
Which is
I think
wacky.
It's fine with me. I'm loving
okay
it
with that.
Because Thor was always one of those characters that, okay, cool, he's the god. The shtick is that he's like Odin's son and like Norse, so he's got to talk like that. Because I remember in the comics, like when they do the text bubbles, his would always look very Norse-esque.
Yeah.
And, like different, like the font would change. So I'm glad they were able to just break past like, oh, he's from Asgard, and
the
he's
god of
lightning
thunder.
bolt.
He has a
Sparky.
hammer.
He has a hammer. I love Korg. Korg was great.
God.
You did what with your hammer?
Oh my god.
Oh,
the hammer
god.
put you off.
Oh my god. I can't wait for the new Thor. I really can't.
Oh god. Love and
That's
Thunder,
what-
that should be
Love
good.
and Thunder. I hope. I hope it. I can't wait. All right. Well, other than that, that's all I got. If you guys don't got anything else,
Nope.
Nope. Nothing.
Viva Las Vegas. All right. Cool.
Exactly.
All right. Thanks for tuning in. You can follow us on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, Patreon, and Twitch at NgoVo Convo, NgoVo Convo, or No Bros. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Rebrand all 100%.
I quit.
Wait.
Just kidding.
Hold up. But if you're on YouTube, don't forget to hit that like button and the notification. Wow, I can't read today. and a notification bell to get updates when we upload, and subscribe.
It's a big red button.
Big red button. Thumbs up. Easy.
Thumbs up, not thumbs down.
But yeah, let us know how we're doing, what you want to see next, and bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Viva Las Vegas.